everyone, welcome to your Yule Winter Solstice Ritual. I am Maggie of maggiesbliss.com, and we're going to celebrate this magical time outside of time. The Winter Solstice is a magical time to celebrate the day when it's the longest night, the shortest day of the year, and then we make our way. So the universe always balances itself out. So while we here in the Northern Hemisphere are celebrating Yule, Winter Solstice, the longest night of the year, Southern Hemisphere is celebrating the coming of the summer solstice, and they at the very same time, right? And embracing the longest day of the year. And the universe is balancing itself out throughout the year. So where we have the longest day, the longest night with summer and winter, we also have two equinoxes, right? Equal in day and night. So that spring equinox, fall equinox, autumn equinox is when we have equal day, equal night time frame. So we always have a balance, and it's just trying to figure out where that balance is being met. It's always being met. So like I said, I'm also very excited because this is the time of the year when we are called to rest and integrate and have that time to just be. And that's been like a major lesson of energy coming through to share with you guys. It's like, this is the time to rest, to integrate, to give yourself permission to do nothing, knowing that it is just like being impregnated. We are still having the energy beneath the surface of creating and cultivating something new. But this time of year, Yule, Winter Solstice, is the time when we have to ask ourselves, what do we need to transform? What do we need to transform in order to now embrace the year 2020 coming in January? So what do we need to transform, shift, change, move? Is there anything more that still needs to be extracted and released that we didn't release during Samhain? What do we need to release so that we can call in more to us, more new creations? So that's the way how energy works best, is when we release all of the old, and so that the new can come in with the most vibrancy and potential it has. So many words I'm trying to remember. So for me, I am birthing new. My Mystic Soul program completed this year. And by the way, all of the classes are recorded and available to you anytime now. So you can take yourself all the way back to February 2019 in Mystic Soul and start and take all of the classes. Each month is just jam-packed with so many amazing classes. So Mystic Soul 2.0 is coming in 2020, and it's so amazing to me. And I'm going to be also filming a quick introduction video to explain what it's all about. But registration is open. It's amazing to me because in Mystic Soul 2.0 came to me, and the theme is see the sacred. It's all about seeing the sacred and having that reverence for everything always, and finding that sacredness within the universe that's always being presented to us, right? So, and what's so interesting to me is that it's so packed and infused with energy. I'm also being given and channeling through even what 2021 is going to be. So I know that Mystic Soul is going to be at least a 3-year jam-packed program, where 2021 is bringing in the wisdom of the soul, 2020 is see the sacred, and we just had this year, which is very, very there's so much to what this year is. Those classes already, you can check the description online. I don't want to take up too much time to explain all of that, but I have the Moonaki rites in there, some of the star rites are in there, activations with many other star beings, star races, and then just all of the information, the shadow work, the shadow astrology, all of those things. And every month had tons and tons of information jam-packed for you with regard to crystals, crystal healing, just so much. And I've even pulled the crystal classes separately out in case that's all you wanted to learn. Maybe you already received your moon Reiki rights, or you're not drawn to get them right now, so you just want to have the crystal knowledge and wisdom and how to heal and work with others. So that's possible too. So you can sign up for that anytime. Let me know. And so See the Sacred 2020 is coming, and oh my God, I'm so excited because we are going into the Wheel of the Year next year. All of the different Sabbats that we celebrate with the goddesses, corresponding goddesses for each of those months. And then I am giving you all of the stars. There are 4, and then you'll be certified and you can offer to other people. Then we are going through all of the major arcana in the tarot and what that means to you, the hero's journey and what that means for you, and what your soul path in numerology, what's your life path, and how are you going to utilize that knowledge and wisdom. And with the tarot, you find in numerology which of those major arcana cards is your tarot totem. So there's a lot going on, and I'm going to be offering the Medicine Wheel Soul Coaching in my Mystic Soul 2020 curriculum. So you will be receiving so many exercises, meditations, all of the discussions around just extracting what no longer serves you and calling in more of what your soul's mission is now, the wisdom of your soul is calling to you now. And then your bonus class for 7 of those 9 months is going to be some form of yoga, breath work, grounding, vinyasa flow, kundalini yoga. There's going to be so much awesomeness. And then we'll learn runes. There's a few bonus classes I have in mind. So it's going to be amazing. So go to my website, maggiesbliss.com/mysticsoul2020, or just go to the website, maggiesbliss.com, hit magical classes tab, and then you'll find Mystic Soul 2020, See the Sacred, so that you can see if that resonates with you, or sign up for my YouTube, subscribe, and then you'll get the intro video that I'm going to be posting with more details as well. Also next year I'm birthing again. I am going to be doing an in-person live yoga teacher training, and you know me, so my yoga teacher training is cultivated and crafted and pulled together with magic interwoven throughout, magic and healing and yoga. So you're going to get all of the 200-hour yoga teacher training benefits I received in my 200-hour yoga teacher training, and you're going to receive the magical curriculum with soul coaching embedded in there as well, and healing benefits of the healing, what healing is. So like there's so much, and I have an intro video for you with regard to my yoga teacher training as well, so feel free to go to that. I have it online available now, or you can do it in person with me on March 4th is when we begin. So February 1st is for Mystic Soul 2.0 See the Sacred, February 1st. And you get a discount if you sign up before February 1st. You will be able to take my Mystic Soul course, $49 a month, regularly $67 a month, and that's still a major deal. You're getting a lot for the amount that I have packed into this program for you. If you sign up for my YTT, my yoga teacher training, you will receive a $200 discount if you sign up by New Year's Eve. So December 31st, 2019, sign up for my YTT, you get $200 off. If you have a friend that you refer that signs up as well, you get another $100 off. So I'm trying to make it as easy for you to sign up and enjoy. You can sign up with a deposit, and then you can also pay with 4 payments thereafter, or just pay it all in full. It's up to you. Now back to our Yule ritual. Our Yule ritual is, I'm going to pull up my notes. I did not print them out because I really wanted them to be, to save the trees right. And where's my lighter? Oh, it's so big I didn't find it. So I'm going to light some sage. Here, traditionally in Yule, I want to make sure I'm lighting the right and which end do I want to light. I have a beautiful bundle here. Ooh, awesome fire. So we have a little fire, and I just wanted to keep that fire lit because Yule is all about that fire ceremony. Very common to do fire ceremony. Okay. So this one this particular bundle, virtual smudge for you, sending you cleansing and clearing and purification. We have cedar in this particular blend, juniper. I have some pine here too. I'm going to light in a second. Whew, cedar is very cleansing and purifying and so good for this time of year. Very common to use this time of year. Ooh, I'm going to do this. Get it into your hands, right? Behind your body, so you're all the way around, and get it around your feet. A little more. I just love it. Oh, I love it when it just fills the room and I don't have to walk around. But usually you don't need to have the full bundle lit, just one leaf. You can get it into all of your spaces and places to cleanse and clear the room. I've cleansed this room already. Now I've extra cleansed it for us. So, oh my God. So this beautiful bundle is by Sage Goddess. Very organic and sourced locally, so they know that they're doing the proper rules and regulations for sage. And this is pine. Oh my God. So pine, very calming, has a mild hallucinogenic, or mild, what am I trying to say? It's a calming, I lost my words. When I start to get in ritual mode, it's also raising the frequency, and I either get real sped up, or I get real sped up and I lose my words. The words tend to go away when you get in those higher vibrations. You have the essence of them, but sometimes they just go away. It just does. It just happens that way. So a little virtual smudge for you with pine. Whew. Cleansing, purifying, reminds you of just being out in nature in the beautiful serene woods on a winter day, which is what I channeled for our journey today. Whew. I want to remember everything about Yule so we can get into our journey. I have singing bowls with me here today. So what I'm going to do is lead you on the journey, and then at a logical point I'm going to start playing these singing bowls and be quiet so that you can integrate and listen to your guides as you are brought into those more serene, calm, alpha, delta, theta states where you can listen a little better. You're raising your frequency. And now's the time. Yule takes us, we turn the wheel, right? And Yule actually is in Norse tradition spelled J-U-L, and it means wheel. But we're turning the wheel in Yule we're aiming towards light on Yule. And I'm going to say this wrong, so I should really just read off my notes, but there was something I wanted to say. What was it? Okay. So it's the final turn of the wheel for this year, and that's what the wheel refers to. Yule is the return to light. I think that's what I was trying to say, but it was so easy, it just wasn't coming. So it's return to light. So we start the day after Yule, the day after winter solstice, the light starts to come in again. You'll start to see the sun is starting to rise earlier and earlier, and like 1 minute or 2 minute increments every day, which is really cool, until we hit the spring equinox again. So we have literally a tipping point happens tonight, the time of in between. The real magic, as you think about the length of the night tonight, and then the release instantly tomorrow from the depth of that shadow. So we've been so much more into the shadow work, and when you live a life in magical terms, when something tragic happens around this time period, it's more so when shadow emerges fiercely, where we've had some traumatic events this year and some closer to Samhain, and it's a reminder to us that shadow is work and that we are a collective consciousness working together. And in this collective, what I do affects you, what you do affects me. We're working together. So shadow work is intense and can be repressed. Tragic events are a deep reminder that we're a collective consciousness, and what I do affects you and what you do affects me. I already said that. So we always have to hold the highest level of intention for our work. While we recognize shadow, we don't want to dwell there. We want to work in the light. So that's my intention. So here I am going to share with you a few things that we do. But it's important to note, and really cool to note, that this time of year is when everyone or many religions, many of them, most of them, go quiet at this time of year in sacred reverence for their creator. And many of them, if not all, have some form of angels, right? Angels in their, even if they're not calling them angels, but they are the same description. There's some form of angels. Like, this is the time of year to connect even more deeply to our angels and to that higher consciousness, to the peace and to the gratitude of what is in your life now, and to just kind of sit with that, enjoy that, and be peaceful with that. I want to remember everything, so I'm just going to keep referring to my notes. So in the pagan tradition, we call in the 4 directions, and I'm also calling in the vertical force too, not just the horizontal force, but the vertical force, for us to be fully covered, as I usually always do. And we layer our magic with correspondences. So for tonight, we are lighting our candles. We are, if you have any nearby, you can use the gemstones, the essential oils that I recommend, or ones that you are drawn to. Your intuition is the most important thing. So, I'm going to actually, this is a selenite wand. I'm going to use this. Selenite is one of the best ways to cast your circle. So you begin in the east and you go clockwise when we open, and then when we close, it's widdershins counterclockwise. So Deosil is Deosil clockwise for opening, widdershins counterclockwise for closing. So just a little, and we'll be doing the opening of the circle as well when we get into our journey. It's just a light opening for now. As we begin. So I've smudged you virtually, and so if you have no tools, but you're just gonna sit, you're gonna hang out, you have nothing, that's okay, because I'm holding that sacred container for you, and I'm your proxy, and all of these tools are a beautiful proxy for you. So fire, oh my god, it looks so good in the video. I love a flame. I'm made up of mostly fire, so with all the planets, so I naturally enjoy it the most. And then if you're not made up of fire, it's best to balance out your elements. So if you are mostly fire like me, then you're going to want to work more with earth elements to balance out that fire. If you're mostly water, work with air elements, and vice versa. So hopefully that makes sense. But I call in all four directions, and as we call in the 4 directions and the elements, we're also using actual objects that will help be that totem, be that tangible item that calls in as a symbol, a touchstone for us to call in that magic. So you're layering the correspondence. So if you have a candle, light your candle. The Yule log is the most common thing during Yule. A Yule log or some other kind of flame in meditation is most commonly used for winter solstice / Yule. Correspondences are the way in which magic gets really activated. It allows us to look at everything in the world and start to think about its magical uses and refresh our magical practices. And it's so cool because a few years ago, I want to say 3 now, I started pulling in earth, air, fire, water as an altar setup, even during my yoga classes, even if they're only 45 minutes, like those short classes where I used to just come in with my mat, teach my class, leave. Now I'm setting up, and then I always have some form of oracle or tarot cards too for people to just find a message of the day for them, so to bring in more magic to their life. But I've noticed the energetic difference in my classes when I call in the 4 directions and have that altar set up. So it has an added layer of just magic and essence. So, and my students have noticed that in comparison to other classes, that when they come in, they feel more held and secure. I find that really cool and interesting, and a confirmation to doing this work. It's really cool. So choosing herbs, essential oils, gemstones, and candles that align with the magical work we're doing is your way of just calling in and honoring. So we're going to learn about them to fuel your magical practices. Like I said, fire, candle, Yule log. You can get a log, have a candle on it, or you can burn it in the fireplace, something like that. Air, the smoke from your flame and burning your herbs brings in the element of air. And of course, a feather is the element of air. And sound is the element of air, which is something that we're going to be doing during our journey tonight. Singing bowls, bells, calling the element of air. Then we have our gemstones. So gemstones are an earth element item. However, you can fine tune your gemstone choices to align with water, air, fire, earth. So the ones that are best aligned for Yule, we have ruby. I didn't find a ruby. I know I have it somewhere, but I didn't find a standalone ruby, but I found my ruby zoisite. So you see this little pink there, that's ruby, and inside some zoisite here somewhere. So ruby is so heart-centered, it's beautiful, and it's a great root chakra and grounding stone, great for passion, reuniting love. Garnet's another good one. Where's that? Red garnet. It's also beautiful for grounding, root chakra. All the obsidians are great for this time of year. They're very grounding and of the earth. I have a beautiful athame shaped black obsidian stone. Beautiful. Another really good one to have, and I don't have a visual for you, but if you have it, awesome. Apache tear. Apache tear is grounding and mourning stone. It grounds you and it helps you grieve. If you're still grieving the loss of something or someone, get yourself some Apache tear to assist with the release, assist with the grief, so that you're not dwelling there and staying there too long. It'll be a different time frame for everyone. Grief is different for everyone and everything. So it's okay, but you need to make sure you're not dwelling in the right time frame for you. So use that to help you get through your grief. Apache tear is one of the stones that I constantly buy, and then I'm constantly giving away. I never have it long enough. I literally just gave away my last Apache tear last week. So, Celestite is also amazing. It helps you connect to angels, the portal to the Kashyyyks, finding your true voice and attuning to your higher self. Have some of that nearby, because that's something we work with here at this time of year, is connecting to the angels. Colors of Yule are often green and red, and also icy blue is something to tap into, a very icy blue color of like winter and the fresh snowfall, but there's icy blue. And it's funny because in Ho'oponopono, icy blue is mentioned as something to say and tap into and visualize for healing. So icy blue, so I've often just said that sometimes, and I could feel the cleansing effect. Like one of my connections, Ann Albers that works with angels, and she's been doing recently sitting in freezing cold water for 3 minutes and tapping into meditative practices, breath work, while she's in there, and then getting out and feeling completely renewed, refreshed. So, I mean, maybe don't do that. Maybe just walk outside, even if it's cold. But, or you could do that. I'm still kind of a chicken when it comes to cold. But I will finally taking the practice of washing my hair in cold water and rinsing it in cold water, and then taking my shower for the rest of my body in the warm water, so that my hair can, it's better for your hair. And it closes the cuticles so they don't stay too open. All that good stuff. So moving on. Where are these conversations going today? So then red aventurine did I already mention? Oh, I mentioned red garnet. Oh, I showed you red. This is red aventurine, not red garnet. Red garnet's a little deeper and it usually has a unique shape to it. Oh, I have those upstairs. Anyway, red garnet, amazing for grounding. And red aventurine is also the shade of the season. Deep dark red stones, the stone of the earth and fire, creativity and determination. Then you can also do green aventurine. This happens to be green quartz, so it has a little, that's what green aventurine is. Very healing for you. And icy green is, if you find one, amazing too. Stone of prosperity, fertility, growth, abundance. Work with any or all of these stones throughout the winter as you carry your inner creations and ideas to the spring, when you can sow them into the ground and take root next year. Anoint your stones with the essential oils as you are using tonight to layer your correspondence magic. So what you can do is when we come to the essential oils, you can also, like I said, anoint your gemstones to layer the energy, the high vibrations from essential oils. So herbs to work with, also an earth element. Cedar, as I mentioned, it's a traditional herb burned at Yule, a way of layering the correspondence to raise the additional energy for our magical practice. Cinnamon, ginger, pine, frankincense, and myrrh, nutmeg are all amazing. You can place these in your cauldron, so when you put out your sage, it will activate those as well. So you can even just sprinkle some inside your cauldron, and then when you're putting out the sage or the Palo Santo, whichever you're using, you can then activate the scents of ginger, cinnamon, pine, frankincense, myrrh, nutmeg, whatever you're putting in there. Or if it's in your bundle. Again, water essential oils, you'll have the same essential oils as the herbs, where it's cedar, ginger, cinnamon, pine, frankincense, and myrrh, nutmeg. They're all amazing to use during Yule. Also, blood orange, clove, and cardamom are great essential oils. Calls history forth into the present day so that we might sense the energy of our ancestors, because we've turned now on the medicine wheel to north, which is earth, and the ancestors reside there. They reside in the earth. All the bones are in the earth, so that our hearts will be filled with appreciation and renewed faith. Water, you can use your essential oils, as I mentioned. You can use a bowl of water, maybe with Himalayan salts, dump it out when you're done with the ritual. A flower, a vase with flowers that has water, that's a water element. Or again, if maybe somehow you just can't get to some form of it, you can just have a crystal that represents water. The name's almost coming to me. I forget. Now I'm seeing Tibetan. The Tibetan quartz, they are master healers, and there are some that have the little drops of water inside them. So it's very, very, very old, ancient water. And shoot, the name of that, there's a name, they have a specific name for that, but that just popped into my head. Larimar, I believe, is a good water stone. So I also have here with me emerald. Where did it go? Because emerald, I hear, is a nice one to have as well. I didn't have it in my notes, but emerald for the gemstones. I want to make sure it's in my notes. Okay, so essential oils. I have a few blends here with me that I'm going to use, and then so choose the ones that work for you. I mentioned a few. So essential oils, it takes 3 seconds for these essential oils. They're so high in vibration, and it only takes 3 seconds to get into your bloodstream and begin doing its work. The scent is so powerful. It's beyond your logical brain, and it can even tap into past life memories. Placing appropriate oils on your wrists for what you do, ankles for where you go, third eye for what you know. You're tapping into the main gateways where you send and receive the most energy. It gets into your meridian lines and your whole body. I have something that I just love certain times of the year. I wore it all last year, but this year I'm trying to save my Opoponex. This is an aphrodisiac. It opens your psychic channels and calls in sweet spirits and psychic protection. It's good to take 3 deep breaths of whatever essential oils you are using. Oh my gosh. So this one is very resinous, so it's brown. I might have a brown spot on me after this. But ooh, I love it. And because it when I get real hot, like at the neck area, it'll activate a scent for me when I put it on my neck, and I love to put some on my heart center. So wrist for what you do, third eye for what you know, or crown chakra if you'd prefer. Both are going to tap into that gateway, and ankles for where you go. All right. So, like I said, I have Opopanax. It wasn't on my main list, but it's one I was drawn to use. I'm also drawn to use Earth Star because this is the time of Earth when we are grounding more, and this blend by Sage Goddess is so good. Helps with the grounding, but also I have Soul Star because I want to be grounded and balanced and up there too. So some people are like too grounded and too in the mundane world, and some people are too out there and too aloof and la la la, I'm never here. But I like to be like balanced, as above so below, as within so without. So we have the balance in the both. I reach above, but I'm still grounded because as empaths, as star seeds, as people of this earth, we're bringing in the high vibrations, and we're meant to ground it into the earth to assist earth in raising this frequency, and then the earth assists us, and we all ascend together. So Soul Star for connecting to my soul star, my soul's mission, and raising my frequency too. So grounding and uplifting. And just because I love it, Moldavite essential oil. This one's by Sage Goddess. You can get it on Amazon if she's out. I don't know if I guess she might be. But I got a few bottles. It's made with the Moldavite chipstone inside. Very cosmic. Connects you to the entire galaxy, the universe, I love it. So now, animals of Yule that you may tap into and you may see during your journey. Reindeers are very common this time of year for Yule. Squirrels, white buffalo, gnomes, and even elves. Elves being associated with the Christmas and Santa and inflection, and that has come out from all of these traditions that are here now and is accepted in modern day traditions now. And like I said, angels are also something that we tap into. So now we have, so I did my essential oils, but which stones? Like, also another one that's good is smoky quartz. I have a smoky celestial quartz here, and it's one of my favorite. I actually went to sleep with it in my hand all night. So what you can do is, like, you have your essential oil blend, you've placed it, maybe you can even, if I have too much on my wrist, so I'm just going to use my wrist to put it on the stone, but you can, like, whatever works for you, just to anoint your stones so it brings the frequency, the energy of this experience, and all together. Use the essential oils that you'd like to use for anointing your stones. And so we have smudged, we have cleansed our space, we have talked about earth, air, fire, water, spirit. For the angels, I have emerald. I think I talked about that like wicked brief. Good heart chakra stone, and it's another stone that you may decide to use. Very some green. There's the actual emerald in there. Green stone for heart center. Okay, so pick a couple of stones that you'd like to hold during the journey, and let's get started. Make sure that I said everything I want to say to you. Okay, we good now. So, like I mentioned, next year this might interest you. I'm going into all of the Sabbats, the entire wheel of the year with their goddesses. So we're going to talk about Frigg or Frigga next year for Yule, and we're starting with Bridget, February 1st for Imbolc. Soon. So cool. Are you ready? So finding yourself in a nice position where you're not going to be interrupted. Laying down if you know you're not going to fall asleep. If you do, that's okay. You still receive. And then I'm just going to move some stuff out of the way so I can bring in my singing bowls to do this journey with you guys. Move my essential oils. I don't want them. One thing I always try to make sure is my necklaces, they sometimes like to hit the bowls, so I try to keep them out of harm's way as much as I can. I don't want to break my bowls. That would not be good. Let's move the fire to a safe location. Place you right here. Okay, and I have 2 candles back there lit, but they're behind the picture of the angels that we are working with. So decide, what angels would you like to work with too? And then move some stuff out of the way. Have water nearby in case you need to. At the end, you're going to want to drink extra water because we're bringing stuff up to be released, and we want to be able to extract with more ease, and water does that for you. It will extract the toxins and everything that's coming up for release. If you've never done a sacred sound journey, I am using quartz singing bowls. So all of them are quartz singing bowls, and this one is quartz and moldavite. It's the third eye one. Oh my God, I just have to. But then I have heart chakra. I have all the chakras here. Heart, solar, from the root to the crown, I've got them all covered. And put you over there. What the singing bowls do is they tap into the cells in your body, and they restructure your DNA at that cellular level. And so when we come time for the singing bowls, especially like you'll notice, like if you're in a room with the singing bowls, some people sometimes have this urge to leave, and try to stick it out. As long as it's not physically painful, stick it out. It's just your cells restructuring themselves. The vibrations, the frequencies are realigning for your perfect resonance in your body. So allow that to happen. Some people get numb in certain parts of their body. If you have headphones, that might be a better way to really listen to the singing bowls when we come time to that. Okay. Bring this close, this far. As always, if you have questions at the end of this, if you'd love to share your experience, I really want to know how it was for you. So just let me know. I'm going to lead you into the journey, and then I'm going to also I may move the video away, a little further away, so it's not so jarring, so that you hear doesn't turn out to be a metallic-y bad experience with the singing bowls. I would like it to be a good experience, so just having the actual video being filmed a little further away. So we'll see how that works out for us tonight. Hold your stones if you'd like, or you may place them somewhere logical that will rest on your chest or your head, or grid your body if you're laying down. So find that comfortable position. Take a few deep cleansing breaths now. Breathe fully and deeply in and out. As you're breathing in, call in light from 360 degrees all around you. Call in light to your heart center. Call in light from the sun, light from the stars, light from the earth. Allow that light to fill you up, every cell of your being. As you're breathing out, think about releasing all that no longer serves you down through your feet, deep into Mother Earth, where Gaia can take this energy, transform and transmute it into pure light, sending it to where it needs to go around the planet. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, light comes in. Exhale, dark flows out. Inhale, positive energy. Exhale, negative energy. Inhale, love. Exhale it out to the world. We think of Yule as the top of the breath. Top of the breath where you've taken a nice cleansing deep inhale, and at Yule, winter solstice, the time, the space of in between, we hold, we bask, we come to reverence, come to gratitude, we integrate, we rejuvenate. And then comes spring, a nice, refreshing, releasing exhale as we blossom and flow. Breathing in, exhaling out. Allow the energy within and around you to slow down. In this virtual community, begin to visualize a beautiful bubble of white light in your left hand, about 4 to 5 inches in diameter. Feel the warmth, feel the tingles of energy. Really feel it, see it, visualize it. And now allow all of us in our virtual circle, allow the energy in your left hand to now begin to stream light. Light flowing now into the right hand of the person next to you, up their arm, into their heart center, flowing up and down all of their chakras, and then down and out their left arm, out their left hand, and into the right hand of the person next to them. And as this light makes its way around the circle to everyone, everywhere around the world that is participating in this beautiful Winter Solstice Yule Ritual, see that light flowing all the way around, into everyone, making its way into your right hand where you are holding the energy of this circle. See that light flowing up your right arm into your heart, spilling and expanding into all of your 7 main chakras, cleansing, clearing, and purifying. And making its way now, that light out down your left arm, left hand, and as you hold the energy of this circle, begin to send around the circle all that which you will receive. Send love to everyone. Send gratitude, prosperity and abundance, upliftment, peace and joy. Send light, light, light. And it makes its way back to you threefold. And begin to see that light spinning around this circle, going faster and faster, like the speed of light. It becomes a band of light all around us, and it begins to expand its energy up, 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 that bright white light, like a beautiful sphere of white light above us, a dome. That sphere continues to make its way down, 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 deep into Mother Earth to create that perfect sphere where anything positive or negative that would do us harm is not allowed to flow near. In this sacred container, take this time now to rest, to relax, to rejuvenate. Calling in all guides, angels, archangels, gatekeepers. We're calling in the angels and archangels The elders, the ancestors, the medicine men and women of the path that have done the work, crossed into light, are in healed space to be here now, working for our highest and best good, as well as our future luminous self from 10,000 years in the future to be here now in this ever-evolving present now moment. We invite in the luminous ones, the luminaries, the star beings, our entire light team, our higher self to be here now. Beginning in the east, we invite in and call in the element of air. Archangel Raphael resides here of the green flame. Feel the green fire in the east, bringing in those new beginnings, the breath of life. And we turn clockwise to south, element of fire here. Archangel Michael resides here of the electric blue flame. Allow that energy to be held in the south. Fire brings transformation, a death of the old and a birth of the new and a rebirth, a purification like the rising phoenix from the ashes. That is what we are connecting to now. What is it that we need to transform to make our way into the new year? We turn to west, element of water. Archangel Gabriel resides here, coming in with diamond white flame. Feel the diamond white fire filling you up, infusing you in the western direction, where water asks us to feel our emotions and release them as they arise, no longer repressing and making shadow, but rather release, be authentic, speak our truth, and share when we need to share, and grieve when we need to grieve, and feel what we need to feel in our safe, healthy ways. To ride the waves of life's the ups and the downs, to flow. We turn to north, element of earth, of Yule, the winter solstice, of our ancestors, the stone people, the tree people, the plant people, the crystal people. Here we connect to Archangel Uriel of the red flame, vibrant red flame energy, holding the sacred container in the north. We now go to the vertical force, calling in Archangel Sandalphon of the 5D Earth's crystalline grid below us. Begin to see the beautiful silvery flame from Archangel Sandalphon flowing up from the earth into your feet, your legs, your knees, your thighs, into your root chakra, sacral center, and solar plexus, anchoring the 5D energy in your heart center. And from above, we invite in Archangel Metatron of golden energy, the ascension grid, Christ grid, Buddha consciousness, the time of now. Allow that energy to flow down the golden flame, flowing down into your crown, your third eye, visual cortex, pineal gland, pituitary glands, into your throat, anchoring in your heart center. And the heart center, we invite in Archangel Samuel. Archangel Samuel of love, sparkling pink, fiery energy flows out, bringing love into the sacred container. Begin to see yourself in your beautiful sacred space, a place where only those you invite are allowed to flow near. It may be by the ocean, in a garden, or somewhere deep in space amongst the stars. Wherever this is for you, allow yourself to find that peace. Connect to the peace there. the rest, the rejuvenation. You may begin to see light codes, golden light codes floating in the air, assisting in the connection. Portal of white light appears, calling you near. It is warm, inviting, high in vibration. As you step through that portal of white light, you stay here for a moment to be cleansed, cleared, and purified. And soon you come to the other side of the portal. We're in a beautiful wintry landscape. Fresh snowfall on this path, sparkling white, so bright, the snow. And even though you are wearing a beautiful velvet cloak to keep you warm, this is a time outside of time, space outside of space, where you do not need to be kept warm. Although it is comforting, continue to walk down this wooded path. Enjoying the beautiful white snow layering over the pine trees. Walking, pondering as you walk that which you are desiring to transform, or that has come up now. At the mere mention of transforming, something will come to mind. Soon you are coming to a beautiful fire just off the path. This fire and all the Yule logs are ready, and you take your seat by the fire, sitting on a log, enjoying the warmth, the comfort, the call to the fire element, the call to light. As you sit by this fire, you begin to notice a beautiful, bright, icy blue, translucent sphere all around you. A very healing sphere as you connect and receive the cleansing and the purifications by this fire. You ponder more. Here in this beautiful blue sphere, a guide comes, an ancient one, an ancestor. The earth holds all of the energy of the entire universe, and therefore all of the starseeds. So your guide who comes may be even more ancient than you know. They may be a starseed, a Lyran, a Syrian, Avian, Turian, Zadian, or another race that you are connecting to now. Or they may be of Middle Earth, the tribe elders, the ancient ones and the ancestors, the shamans. Notice who comes for you tonight, as this is the time where you connect more deeply to your ancestors, your soul's ancestry, which is beyond earth even. We are as ancient as the universe. Connect to that energy and allow the guide to come forth. The guide coming forth may also be your higher self, your I am presence. As they sit before you, before this fire, they give you wisdom you need to hear. They prompt you to ask the question, what is it that I need to transform to make my way into the year 2020? Into this new year, what do I need to transform, to release, to activate, and call forth? So the question is, what do you need to transform? What do you need to release? What do you need to activate? What is beginning its birthing conception process? What will be impregnated within you to create as you take this time of rest and rejuvenation and reflection to integrate these learnings? Allow yourself to connect to who comes to you now and the energy, the frequencies that they send to you. Feel the wisdom, the energy. Listen. Truly hear the sacred. Hear the energy. See the sacred. Hear the invisible. Know the divine. In this time outside of time. And as I play the quartz singing bowls, allow these quiet moments to assist you in diving deeper and raising higher for that wisdom, for that knowing. you by the fire, who has given you some wisdom and guidance for this year, the coming year. As they take their leave, you are filled up, thanking the angel for their beautiful extra energy in the blue sphere for healing, light, and love. And you stand, making your way back to the path that brought you here, enjoying the walk on the earth, the crunch of the snowfall beneath your feet. Breathe in the fresh winter air, the scent of pine in the air. See the blanket of stars overhead now. Shining bright, lighting your way with the full moon on this path. Soon you make your way back to the portal that brought you here. Stepping through that portal of light, you step back into your safe, sacred space where you are forever transformed, knowing that in the days and weeks to come, transformations are ahead. Taking the lessons and the energy and the healing with you, the peace with you. Begin to allow your awareness to come back more fully in your body. Wheeling fingers and toes, gently opening your eyes. Coming to an easy seated pose. Let's take a nice inhale, arms out and up. Palms together, bring them down to your heart. May the universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light, and may you always know the peace that dwells within. Namaste. And now we release that circle. We began in the left, we begin in the right hand to release counterclockwise widdershins. Begin to see that light leaving your right hand and making its way around the circle counterclockwise all the way around. Back into your hands, where we turn our hands down to Mother Earth and asking Gaia, we don't need to hold on to this energy anymore. Take this energy, transform and transmute it into pure light, sending it to where it needs to go around the planet for the highest and best good of all, always. And we thank Archangel Metatron above, Archangel Samuel within the heart, and Archangel Sandalphon of the 5D earth below. We release you. And we thank and release Archangel Uriel in the north, element of earth. Gabriel in the west, element of water. Michael in the south, element of fire. Raphael in the east, element of air. I release you. And as we release you and your energy starts to step back and recede, please continue the work in the background as much as possible for the highest and best good of all, always. And now we can go about our day refreshed, renewed, or night. I hope you enjoyed this Winter Solstice Yule Ritual and your little sound bath as well. Magical healing benefits. And as I mentioned before, just let me know if you're interested in some of my future offerings. And February 1st in bulk is our start with Brigitte. And then we go into the major arcana, and our next class, that will be the third class in February. Major Arcana, the Fool and the Magician, and then our second class is actually going to be the Medicine Wheel Soul Coaching. We're going to begin the Element of Air in February for that, for the Mystic Soul 2.0, See the Sacred. So go to my website. I'll have the link down below in the YouTube video as well. And also, if you're interested in deepening your yoga practice and or becoming a yoga teacher, along with receiving the magical teachings and learnings and Sacred Circle Protocol and all the things, that begins March 4th next year, 2020 as well. So I'll also put that link down below as well. You can check those out. Let me know if you're interested. And of course, I'm available for questions, comments. Can't wait to hear how this was for you guys. Embracing more of the light now. And may you have an amazing winter solstice and Yule, and a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah and Happy Holidays and an amazing New Year. And I'm sure soon I'll be posting some new meditations and rituals for 2020. I'll get them on the calendar soon. So sign up for my YouTube channel. You'll be notified right away when you subscribe. You'll be notified right when the meditations, the rituals, the yoga stuff that I load on my channel will be loaded. So may you see the sacred, hear the invisible, and know the divine always. Blessed be.